Sometimes life just sucks, and sometimes it freaking rocks. We will discuss all the things from family and real estate to travel and just life in general. So take a seat, or don't, you do you, and welcome to the Badass Podcast. It's funny because we're doing a podcast, but life still happens. So as our phones are going off for clients and stuff, forgive us. I promise we're here. I'm so excited to have you back.
Thank you. We're kind of matching, and it was just done coincidentally.
I thought about that actually when you sat down. I was like, oh, we totally, the whole black vibe going on. But I did tell people that I'm very impressed with my ability to wear white because, you know, I always spill on myself.
True.
I know. So I'm actually feeling a little gutsy today, I guess. We'll see how long this lasts because I'm not very confident in myself. Anyways, I'm so glad that you're like a regular on the Badass Podcast. It's
so far.
Kind of fun. I mean, out of 3 episodes, you're still here. And
True.
I have to give a little shout out because it's my youngest kid's birthday today. We're filming this on May 18th. So it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Carson. But today I want to talk about Nicole's role because I feel like we just kind of threw her into the whole mom mode last time she was here. I want to find out kind of what you do for our team, or at least let everybody know what you do for our team, how you're a benefit to our team, and kind of all the things in between. I think it's important to know that because I do feel that as a real estate team, we are very different. We do some things the same, but I think we're very different in our approach to clients. So do you, boo?
Sure. Okay, so my role in the team is I'm the team operations manager, and I touch every transaction that comes onto the team, whether it's Lauren's, Janelle, or Jamie's. And then we have a system in place that we can love on our clients throughout the entire escrow process. So right when they get into escrow, we send out a card to the agent and to the client, thanking them for being able to work with them, with a little goodie, which is a Starbucks gift card. We also provide boxes with personalized stickers on them for our clients that are usually given at the time of inspection. If it's Lauren's deal, then I do all of her inspections and appraisals. So I'm typically doing the boxes on those specific transactions, and then the other agents are doing their own. What else? We take pictures of the clients in front of the houses.
I do love that.
Yes, I do too.
That's probably one of my favorite things, and I always forget to do it. And Nicole's like, she will remind me. She's like, don't forget to do this.
Well, now I take the picture.
I know, thank God, because
now that
she
I
probably,
over that.
well, because you're probably so annoyed that I would constantly forget. Like I say, I get there and I'm like, how's everything going? What's everybody doing? Da-da. And I forget to take the photo. But something you said, I think, I'm hopeful that from this podcast alone, people will find new ways to implement new things into their business if they are already a real estate agent. So I have to go back. The Starbucks gift cards. Mm-hmm. I think those are huge. So we do give them to our clients, but we also give them to the agent that we're working with. And I think that is huge. I did a really quick video with Billy not too long ago where I was talking about how, 17 years of experience, like, you pay for that in a real estate agent, right? So to me, I think that when you are gifting the other agent, and sometimes like it's a very tumultuous relationship with the other agent. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's great and everything works out fine. But there are some times where agents are just a pain in the ass. Like they really...
One is coming specifically to mind.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to say their name just in case.
No
yes,
names.
yes.
No names. And I'm sure I'm a pain in the ass to some people too. Like I get it. We're not everybody's cup of tea. But oh my gosh, you guys, like I don't even understand how people do business with them. It drives me crazy. It's like they're almost in the transaction just to make it more difficult. Like,
yeah,
like everything more difficult. Hey, can we get an extra day on contingency timeframes? No, I'm sure it's a pain in the ass. Okay. So back to what I was saying, I think the gift cards are a hit because when you send that gift card, you're almost kind of smoothing things over. And it's funny because obviously Nicole is constantly there and like my right-hand girl for everything. And so she knows when I'm driving with an agent and when I'm not. So if I'm not, sometimes I'll put in there, hey, this hasn't been the smoothest transaction, but I just want to thank you so much for your professionalism. And, I really appreciate it. And it is so funny because I never forget, like, if I see their name again, I'm like, oh God, we're gonna have to work with this person again. But I have a feeling when they see our name, They're like, hell yeah, I can't wait for my Starbucks gift card.
Hopefully that's enough.
Right?
Yes. No, but most of it, because I reach out to get the address that they want it sent to, because some agents don't go into their office, and so they want it sent to their home. And 75% of the time, they are just so tickled to get that email, and they'll say, oh my gosh, it's so sweet of you guys. How amazing. There's been a couple of times that the agent's been like, no, thank you, which was the oddest response.
Because they had no idea what they were getting.
No, and it was just something nice, but that's fine. But yes, so most of the time they were so excited. And then when they get it, and it's only $5, although we're going to be upping that.
We have to up it because
Starbucks prices have gone up.
Okay, inflation, hello. So annoying. We are going to up it. So for now, let that go towards the drink that you want, fellow agents. Other than that, we're working on it. Because I had to buy these cards, you guys. So they're actually branded. I almost said engraved. They're branded. So they have our logo on it. They have our slogan on it. I mean, they are amazing cards. But because I branded them, I had to pay like $8 million for that. Not really. But I mean, I have a shit ton of cards. So as soon as we start running out, we will definitely be upping them. But I won't tell them about the one time the agent was very specific in her wants.
Oh, so I emailed this agent, and I let her know that every agent we work with, we love to just show our gratitude, and we'll be sending a small token of that. And she said, just so you know, I'd prefer Seasons 52 a gift card. And I said, unfortunately, it's going to be a Starbucks gift card. And she goes, okay, then I'll take 2.
I can't.
So then some people are kind of demanding in these little tokens of appreciation. But hey, she got 1.
I cannot. But. Okay, and I don't know if you've been to Seasons 52. Have you been there?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
actually, I think I've been there with you.
Not with me.
We didn't go during a Tom Ferry event?
No.
Okay, must have been with another agent. My Tom Ferry friends. Okay, Seasons 52 is like a nicer restaurant. It's actually, there's one at South Coast Plaza. That's the one that we go to. And it's lovely. They have wonderful food. It's a great place for lunch. So if you're ever in the area, definitely check them out. But I'm like, okay, I mean, you can't get a nice meal for under $50 there. So I'm like, lady, listen, I don't know what you want from me, but it's definitely not a Seasons 52 gift card. So she came to the office. She's like, are you really close with this agent? Like, what is she like? And I'm like, she was awesome. We had a great transaction. She was wonderful to work with. I remember which transaction that was. And she was great. So like I said, 9 times out of 10, we pretty much love the people that we work with. But I'm telling you that 1 time out of 10, man.
And it can actually smooth over like you suggested, because the one specific agent I was thinking of about a difficult agent, when I reached out to her for the card, she was like, oh my gosh, this is the most kindest thing. More agents should be like you. And
I'm wondering who it is.
Back.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just her initials, but yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And she really
did she ever get her sign out of the yard? You guys, this agent never came and got her sign. Like, my client was living in the house for like 3 months and was like, can you please ask them to come get their sign? And we did. We asked every single time our client asked us to get it out. She was like, oh yeah, I ordered it out. But anyways,
this was only one difficulty. There was probably a dozen. But,
there was quite a few. Yes. The keys. We couldn't get the keys out of the lockbox. It was a hot mess. Anyways, we don't have to go down that whole spiel. So back to what you do.
Oh, yes. Okay. So what else do I do?
Well, and really quick to touch on the boxes. I love the boxes too. Those go to our clients. Specifically, the sellers, they're great for, because they can, and they're just small boxes. They're not anything huge. We give them 3. And it enables them to start packing up kind of like their medicine cabinet, underneath their kitchen sink, that sort of thing. And then for our buyers, it's kind of like the kickoff. Like, here you go. Your offer's been accepted. And you usually give it to them at the home inspection. So it's so fun. Okay, so you do that. You send the gift cards.
Take the picture. So there's a framed picture of them that they receive with their closing gift from their agent. And that's always fun, because it's the first picture in front of their home, and they'll always remember that, because it's probably the largest purchase of their life.
Right.
And this big chapter, and a house is so much more than just a piece of property. So it has so much sentimental value as well. And they seem to appreciate that.
And hold on, I'm going to totally jump in here again. I also think, because you kind of glossed over it, to dive in deeper, we do that for all the agents on our team. So that is one of the perks to being on at least our team is if you are a newer agent and you finally close a deal and then you're like, well, shit, now I have to get these people something. And you don't have to, right? But we love our clients and we want them to know and we're so excited for them. So we want to celebrate with them. The nice thing is that by being on our team, you get that automatically. So if you get them a nice bottle of wine and the picture frame, I think that it goes a long way.
Totally.
So in my opinion, I think it helps the newer agent, not necessarily struggling, but maybe, business isn't just falling into their lap just yet. I think that's a great perk too to being on our team for sure.
100%. I agree.
Thank you for doing that for us.
You're welcome. Sorry, there's a
a gnat. I totally see
here.
it.
And I help plan and execute all of our client events, which we do quarterly.
Those are so fun. And we do them quarterly, and we're totally not doing one this summer. So we decided that this summer, summer is so busy for everybody. It's funny. I feel like we all think, oh, when summer gets here, we're all going to be dead for a little bit. Not meaning like with the kids and, stuff like that. And it's actually completely the opposite. I feel like that's when vacations happen. That's when travel ball's going on and kids are traveling for games and, stuff like that. So we decided that we're not going to do a summer bash, but our next event is going to be our pie party, which makes me so excited.
Which is a big event.
That's a huge event.
So we really bumped it up last year because prior it was just people coming by to get pies, right? Well, before I joined the team, I guess there was something different. Well, I joined during COVID.
Oh, that's right. So nobody was doing anything. Okay, so and actually, so what? 2001 was it? 2001? Did we hand out pies in 2020? I don't remember if we did. If we did, they like drove by and like we were like frisbeeing them into their
We
car.
did 2020.
Okay,
we did a setup in Orange County and one at your home in Eastvale with the pop up.
Yep.
And they ordered their pie apple or pumpkin.
Yep.
And we were giving pies.
Okay, so
two of those in 2 years in a row.
Okay, so that's pretty much how it was done before. I mean, we would have like little goodies and stuff out and talk to people, take pictures and stuff. And then when 2020 happened, obviously we still wanted to show our love and appreciation because 2020 was a great year for real estate. If you've been around for the last 3 years, you know that. So we wanted to show our appreciation. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Get yelled at later. We still wanted to show our appreciation and stuff like that for everybody. So we just had them drive by. But this last year, we were like, let's make it real swanky. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Fun. No. So it's our pie and Prosecco event now.
Yes.
And it is so fun. And people are supposed to dress up cocktail attire if they would like. And we had an assortment of Proseccos for them to choose from when they walked in the gate. We had amazing raffle prizes. We had appetizers being served, little desserts, pie, of course, and then everyone left the event with a pie. Which
is great, in my opinion. So we do it the Friday before Thanksgiving. So they can take that pie and they can bring it to mom's house or grandma's house or whatever, wherever it is that they're going. It's just one less thing for them to do. And it's a Costco pie. So it's flipping huge and it feeds a bunch of people. So why the heck not? I don't even like pumpkin pie. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah, I like pumpkin bread, but I don't like pumpkin pie. I know. I don't know why.
Maybe it's a texture thing.
Could be. I think it's just
slimy.
Or the cold pumpkin. I don't know. Sure. It's kind of nasty to me. But I am a basic bitch, and I do like the pumpkin spices and the pumpkin. I like all things pumpkin, just not pumpkin pie. I don't know why. So I'm glad the people that come to our parties like pumpkin pie because that is now the only one that we give away. The reason is because it's just so much easier on us, you guys. Instead of being like, "What did you order?" and then people forgot what they ordered. So then somebody would come up and be like, "Oh, well, I'm allergic to apples," and then apples is the only thing that we have. I'm like, well, somebody took your pumpkin. I'm so sorry. So we did it easy. And our can we talk about our raffle prizes?
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, these were legit raffle prizes. So we put together, I say we very loosely, Nicole is so lovely and went and got all the things that we needed.
That's also part of my role is collecting everything. Yes.
And you know what? The thing is too, you're so good at that. And we'll go into that in a second. You're so good at that. And just having your checklist and knowing what needs to be done. I'm so grateful because I am all over the place. You can tell in this podcast, we jump from subject to subject, but back to the raffle prizes, we gave out wine with little charcuterie boards. We gave out gift cards. I mean, and we gave out like a shit ton of stuff. Didn't you win one, Billy? Didn't you win a raffle prize at the pie party?
Yes, he did.
So excited. Do you remember what you won?
It was like a hot chocolate mix and like $50 to CPK.
I'm here for that. Hot chocolate and CPK all day long. The biggest thing, though, we do a raffle at the very end of all the people that are there. And we actually raffled off a freaking cruise. Now, I have to tell you this. I think I told you this. The people who won the cruise, so my 40th birthday was in May, and we're celebrating down in Cabo San Lucas next month, actually, in June. I wanted to go when everybody was out of school and, there was no excuses. I've let everybody know like a year in advance. So I called up the girls who won and I was like, hey, I am more than happy to book your cruise. They gave me a couple dates that worked. I'm more than happy to do that. Or I will pay for your trip to come and celebrate me because I feel like you want to do that, right? That's so terrible. Okay, the person who won is one of my very good girlfriends. I've known her since junior high school. So it wasn't
like a random stranger
It was
client?
not. It was not. Thank God it wasn't. Most of our clients really aren't, but yes. And I've known her since junior high school. She's a very good friend of mine. She's sold and bought with me. She's just a sweetheart. She always refers me. She's a lovely human being. So I'm like, her and her girlfriend, I called them up and I'm like, you have to come. She's like, we might actually prefer that. Hold on. So they worked some things out. And so now they're coming to Cabo.
Yay. I was actually just thinking of her the other day.
Were
I was
you?
going to ask you if she's coming. Yeah.
She's totally coming. I'm so excited. So that is just fun. This year, however, we're going a little stronger, I feel like.
It is. That was just a little toe in the water.
Yep.
This year's going to be a big one.
So this year, our finale prize is we are paying somebody's mortgage for the month of December. So I am so excited. Anybody and everybody can win, which is the best part of this whole thing. And I really feel like December is such a hard month for everybody. Mm-hmm. The year's winding down. Nobody really wants to work. We're kind of getting to the unmotivated. We're all fat at that point because we've had Thanksgiving and
we're all broke because of Christmas presents.
Broke AF, dude, for sure. Especially my kids when they're want for their presents, for sure. So I really am hopeful that will. And plus, it goes back to their home. And it's not, I was talking to my accountant. I'm like, is this a tax write-off? She's like, no, it's not. Like, you're not going to 1099 these people. But that's not what it's about.
You want to fill this out.
Fill this out for me, please, before I pay your mortgage.
Like the Price is Right tax.
Can you imagine? That's actually an idea. I mean, if we had to. No, I'm kidding. See, she keeps me straight too. Okay, so then what are some of the other events that you put together for us?
We just did the Mamas and Margs. That was so fun.
That was fun. I was talking to Jackson yesterday. Jackson is one of our title guys, and he's amazing. And I was like, we had such a great turnout.
We did.
I will say, I do think that we've opened it up to, meaning if we invite you to an event, we usually allow you to invite somebody else. I hate saying allow. I mean, you can really do whatever you want, but you
get a +1.
Yeah, we ask that you do. So I thought it was so nice, the people who showed up with their moms or their girlfriends. And we made these now the net's over by me. We made some really cute signs and stuff like that. We just had a really good time.
Originally it was supposed to be a paint and sip party. I know. And Lauren's not into painting.
Okay, here's the thing.
But this worked out so much better.
And do you know what's funny about that comment?
I was really pulling for the paint.
She was. Okay, because the paintings that you've done have been really cute. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die.
It's like the only opportunity I have to work out my creativity. That doesn't make sense. Creativity? Yeah.
Creativity, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Because I'll never do it on my own. But if I'm invited to a party, then I'll do it. But I won't go in my backyard and start painting like a random canvas. So I just love those events. But this was even better.
Okay, but wait. Here's why that's really funny. Because that morning, I painted my family room.
That's right. That's right.
So I do like painting. I'm good at painting walls and stuff like that. But I do not I don't want to paint flowers.
Well, tell the story of why perhaps this is so triggering for you.
You guys, did you see it at my parents' house? Okay.
I haven't been to your parents' house.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, they live right down the street from me, so I assumed. Okay, so my dad, I go to their house for Thanksgiving. I go to their house all the time, but we're there for Thanksgiving, and I walk in, and I wish I had I have to have a photo of it somewhere. I'm going to look for it while I'm telling this story. So I go into their house, and they have a painting that I did. You guys, it looks like a freaking penis. It looks like a dick. It's not. It's supposed to be a turkey, and I don't know why at 40 years of age my dad decided that now would be a good time to showcase this in his home, but now he has it sitting up, and I'm like, that really is just the ugliest freaking thing ever.
Well, didn't someone think that you did it back when you were a child?
Yeah, somebody thought, oh yeah, yes, that's the best part. Okay, I'm pulling this up. Okay, look, can you see this? Can you see it? Okay. If you cannot see this because you're just listening to this, that totally looks like a dick. Look at his head.
True. Yes.
This is so bad.
But the thing that
and
I thought
so
was
inappropriate.
So funny is that
Sorry if you're
someone thought
offended.
It was like your artwork from your school
Somebody
days.
was like, "Oh my gosh, did you paint that like in 5th grade?" I was like, "Bitch, I painted that like 2 years ago."
I have a really great one, The Grinch, that I put up every year.
That is a great one.
And everyone is shocked that I did it. And then I'm so proud of myself because I didn't know I was so artistically
check it
talented.
out. Check it out. I actually want to do that one. So if you find that one, Darien,
Okay.
I want to do it. But it's just his hand and he's holding an ornament.
So cute.
I feel like that's way easier. We've done a Christmas tree before. My girlfriend, Candace. My girlfriend Candace. She had an event and it was so fun. She does these fun events around Christmas time. She's moving. So, but, and we went.
You just sold her house.
And I just sold their house. Yes. I'm so excited for them too. But, she does these painting parties and they are fun. But I think it's the couple cocktails and stuff. And then we painted this Christmas tree and then David did one and stuff. It was a hot mess.
It's always more fun with cocktails involved.
Agreed. But then I don't want to throw it away, especially if I've spent the money. Okay. So I was like, can we please not do a painting thing? Or like, can it please be something that I am going to be okay painting at? And they're like, yes, we'll find something. Okay, no, we never found anything. So my girlfriend, Regina, is like, what does she do? She's not, I don't want to say woodworker, but she kind of is. Like she makes signs and stuff like that. Like, you know, the big signs that you see in like babies' rooms that say like, Connor Douglas or whatever, like their names and stuff. She does that. So I was like, hey, could you come over and do these things for us? Because the girls on my team want me to paint and I don't want to fucking paint. And so she was like, absolutely. She was like, well, you don't want to paint. There's a little paint on this. And I'm like, this is different. So we
It's
painted.
like painting a wall for you.
Exactly.
You're painting a piece of wood. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we did. And it was so much fun.
Mine is hanging on my door, actually.
Mine's actually in my front room because we used the yellow ribbon and I have yellow in my front room.
Okay.
So I'm actually very proud of that. So that was a great event. And then we did an event at the beginning of the year.
And well, going back to that event,
Please.
So we had a nacho bar or a salad bar. Someone wanted that instead and wanted to skip the chips.
And that was stacked.
Yeah.
Like we had
It was
all
really
the
good.
things.
And then, of course, margaritas, 2 different kinds.
Yep.
And then amazing raffle prizes again.
Yeah.
And this one was cool because we had some people within the community come out and raffle off prizes for their business. So we had Jazzercise, which I'm a customer of. The owner came out and then gave a 2-week, I think it was a 2-week unlimited
It was.
class pass
Yep.
with a tank top and a towel.
A water
and
bottle
a
or
water
something else.
bottle.
Uh-huh.
And then Shauna, who owns Skin Theory in Corona, which does amazing services, she donated a salt facial and 20 units of Botox.
That's amazing.
So that was really cool to involve the community as
Yes.
well.
And then our lender, he lives in Costa de Casa, and he is a wonderful human being. We love him and his family. They donated 2 beautiful baskets full of, one had wine with wine glasses and a charcuterie board. I mean, it was huge, you guys. Like you can't see me if you can't see me right now, I'm like making like a circle with my hands. It was huge. And then the other one had like margarita mix and margarita glasses and stuff.
It was super cute. And my favorite thing that we've done also at the Pine Prosecco, and we did again at Moms and Margs because I'm super like feely, emotional.
Yes.
Words of affirmation is for your raffle, you put your name down, and for the Pine Prosecco was what you're thankful for. And so that got read for everyone to hear. And then for the Mamas and Margs, it was something inspiring that a woman has done for you or affected you in some way.
Yep.
And so many women wrote about their moms, and it was so beautiful to hear, their thoughts and memories. It was really cool.
That is awesome.
So the other thing I do on the team is I'm like your catch-all.
100%. Catch all, literally.
So I obsessively check my emails, and then anything that comes through that's of importance, I immediately notify you.
Which I'm so grateful for, because I do say in the beginning of a transaction, if you need to get a hold of me, I need you to call me, and I prefer text me. So if I don't answer my phone, it's because I'm with the client, right? Or I'm in an appointment. So I need you to text me. As soon as I'm out, I will get to it. And then I prefer a follow-up email. But there are some people who just like to email, and that's fine. I will check my emails twice a day, morning and night. And I try to get to all of them. So I do appreciate you doing that for me. I feel like you are the absolute pillar in our business, and I'm so
Thank
grateful for you. You're
I'm
the
grateful
best.
to be here. I love working on this team.
Yes,
and being
especially
your right-hand gal.
Yeah, and my shrink
perfect.
sometimes.
That does happen. Okay, so another thing we need to talk about is the anniversary cakes.
I think that's huge because so many people look forward to those.
They do, and it reminds them who your realtor is.
I agree. And there's one person that we've been forgetting.
Who?
I know. Well, it was an investment property that they bought, but we should still be sending them one, obviously, right? It's just because one of the other people who used to be on our team helped them. And then she just hit me up about releasing it. I mean, we could totally go over this later. Like, y'all don't need to hear this, I'm sure, but I'll totally.
Okay.
It happens. It happens. I mean, we're not perfect, and you're certainly more perfect than I am. So
I don't think so. I can be responsible and accountable for other people more so than for myself.
Fair enough.
So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
So so homeversary cakes. So every year in the month, you try to do 2 months at a time, but sometimes that's a lot.
I was doing that and I stopped. But this month I had to do that just because of
schedules
things going on. I ended up doing it. It took me all week to deliver all these cakes. But typically I make a list of everyone's anniversary for that month. Lauren will look over it and see her clients if there's something special she wants to add. And
I go in there and I type in it almost every time. I believe I'm like, okay, happy home anniversary, and then Nicole, bless her heart, fills out the cards for me, sends them, but it is genuinely coming from me. Like, even though Nicole writes it, I did think of you and I did type that out for her to write. And then you give them a candle.
I do. So I pick up all the cakes, get the cards together, get the candle for the year that they're celebrating, and then I personally drop it off. And if you answer your door, I will ask to take a picture. And
so be ready, because we've had a couple times where people are like, do you remember the Diaz's? They totally just put their hand out. So you just saw this cake bag in their door. I'm like, what is happening?
Or
She's
some
like,
people will allow their kids to hold it because they don't want to be in the picture, which is really
so
cute.
Cute.
Yeah.
Because we secretly love the kids more than the parents. I mean,
and we love when you post on social media and celebrate with us. So that's really cool when we get tagged and see that as well.
And it's a nice way to check in with our clients at least every year. I mean, we are definitely checking in, with the events and stuff like that. We're definitely checking in on them and stuff. But I think the biggest thing is just to remind them, we're not always looking for the deal from them. We want to celebrate with them and stuff like that, and of course be top of mind, but we want them to know that we're thinking of them.
Of course.
And if they need anything, a roofer, a painter, anybody other than me for paint, but a painter or anything like that. I mean, those are things that we want them to reach out to us with. So I'm glad that we do that. So thank you so much. And if you out there do something similar and you have a way to streamline it, that would be great, because I do feel that there are better ways for you to spend your time than driving around. But for the meantime, I know everybody loves seeing you too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
It is. And then we do monthly Popeyes.
Yes, we try to make those every month, and we try to hit our SOI at least once a quarter. Obviously, as the SOI. SOI, by the way, stands for Sphere of Influence. So anybody who's used us in the past, or our friends and family and stuff like that refer us, we always like to drop by and it's just a little token of appreciation. Sometimes it's goofy, but it's fun. And
some of the most popular involve alcohol as well.
Agreed.
So we'll do like champagne around the new year to celebrate the new year.
That one's fun.
One summer we did like some kind of fruity beverage.
Oh, we did. Oh, that's right. And we had like a little nail polish in there too.
Yes, yeah, that was a popular one.
That was a good one. And then for May,
Billy almost ate it.
Did you almost fall, Billy?
I just see on my corner of my eye his chair going towards the wall.
Billy's been drinking the pot pies we've been passing out. Billy is a client of ours, so that's awesome. We did for Mother's Day one time. We did mimosas. Do you remember that?
No, I don't think I was on the
Maybe
team
that was before you were here.
It was.
That makes me. It seems like you've been here forever. So we did a little thing of champagne. You can get them for $1.99. Probably inflation. They're like $6 now.
The ones that we bought this year were, I think, $6.
Shit.
A bottle. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're worth it. You're worth it. So we buy a little thing of champagne, and then we bought little Tropicana orange juices, and I wrap them with Lombardas and Associates branded ribbon and dropped it off and was like, from one great mom to another, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. Enjoy a mimosa on us.
Oh, let's do that again next year.
Let's
I like
do it.
that idea.
Okay. It's a little bit more, but it's fun. And like you said, people really enjoy it. But I think the New Year's fun too.
A fun one too that we did this year, which was for the first time, it was mailed out,
Yes.
was the lotto tickets.
I do like
or the
that.
the scratcher.
I do like that because I think, and somebody asked me too, well, what happens if like, okay, here's the great thing about the scratchers. Let me backtrack. Great thing about the scratchers is they can be mailed. So it's not time consuming, which is lovely. And we always put like a little handwritten note in there with them, of course. But you can also send them to people who have moved out of state or don't live locally anymore. And we do have quite a few. We have clients in Washington. We have clients in Virginia. We have clients in Missouri, Florida. I mean, we have clients a lot of places, Texas. So we want to make sure that they're getting something as well. And I thought that that was a great way to get them something. But somebody did ask me what happens. I'm like, well, I guess we would have to clean their gift for them. Is that legal?
No idea.
Okay. Ignorance is bliss. Do it. And what do they say?
It's a fun activity to scratch it, I guess.
Well, and there were some people who did win.
Yeah, I had someone text me they won a few bucks.
Yeah, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
True.
I don't think the state abides by that, but needless to say, I think that those are great things that we do. And I love that we get to love on our clients and the people who love and support us. And it's great because that's so in line with your personality, loving on people and doing that.
It's so funny that you say that because I was just at a dinner and I had a friend I hadn't seen in forever. She's like, what are you doing? I explained my role in the team. And I'm also an agent, but this is just
And a fabulous
role.
agent, by the way. You kicked ass last year. She sold a ton of real estate.
And I told her basically I'm loving on the clients throughout the transaction. She said, that's the perfect job for you. That's meant for you. So I was like, oh, thank you. And I do love that.
It is good. And I know that it provides you with the flexibility that you want with the girls. And
super important for me. I'm a single mom. I mean, I co-parent. They have a father that they see as well, but my schedule's all over the place because it revolves around his shift schedule.
Sure.
And my oldest daughter has certain therapies she has to go to. So this role allows me to get what I need done on my time frame, and it's perfect.
It's so funny because you had to run out to a property yesterday for me. And so she had to run out to Pasadena for me for a listing we're getting ready to close on next week. And last week she was like, okay, I'm going to go out on this day and this and that. And then she messages me and she's like, is it okay if I go next week instead? I'm like, yeah, I don't freaking care. Thank you so much for running out there for me anyways.
Well, luckily escrow had been extended. So
Yes.
then I was like, oh, God, that will give me an extra time because I was just worried about time constraints. But yes.
Which was a blessing too to the sellers as well. So it kind of just worked out well for everybody. And this agent has been lovely to work with. So
Fun.
needless to say, I just want you to know how grateful I am for you, not only in my life, but in your role on our team. I'm so glad that we have a position that is great. I love our communication between one another. We discussed the other day how great our communication is. So I'm so grateful for that. And I love you. Thank you so much. This is a true testament. Nicole is a true testament to, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's real estate or you're a doctor or you're an attorney or you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad or whatever it is that you are, like, find your place and be okay with it. Like, I think it's great. I think it's great that you do what you do, and we need people like you. I need you to keep my head on straight. So I don't ever want anybody's role to feel diminished because they're not, the peak of the mountain, because I'm telling you, the peak sits on a lot of things.
Yes.
So I am so grateful to be sitting on you.
Well, right from the beginning, because I'm not someone that wants, I love and I appreciate recognition and all that, of course, but I don't need my face plastered on things or my name, and I just want to be part of the team.
Yes.
And so that's not important to me.
Yes.
And that's another reason I just love collaborating with people and why I think a team is great and allows other people on the team to have flexibility. You to be able to travel.
For sure.
And me to cover for your clients while you're
travel
gone.
and actually enjoy it, because that's not
Yes.
something that's the norm for a real estate agent.
Yeah.
No, you're right. So, well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with
Thank
us what you do for
you.
the team. I love you and I'm so grateful for you.
And I'm so grateful for you. You're a wonderful boss and friend.
Thank you.
And I just am so appreciative for this role on the team.
This is why I keep her around, because she tells me how great I am. Thanks for joining us today, you guys. We appreciate your love and interest for the Badass podcast. If you have anybody else who you feel would be interested, please let them know about us. Other than that, have a great day.